Sorry if my English is bad, it's not my native language. When I was around 10, my family and I lived in a small town in France. We were in a big house. We also knew that something terrible happened in the house. A man committed suicide by hanging himself in the living room. Long story short, the poor guy caught his wife cheating and she left with the kids. He lived alone with his dog for a while before he took his own life. That being said, we were used to hear footsteps and even dogs scratching on the floor. The scariest part took place one night. My two cousins were home. One was my age and the other one was 3 years younger. At the same time, I used to share a bedroom with my older brother. My younger cousin was sleeping in the bedroom, and I went to the guest room with my other cousin. The guest room was attached to the living room. When my cousin woke me up and I saw true fears in his eyes, he said, "What is your father doing in the living room?" "He is scaring me." I stood up and took a sneak peek through the glass window. What I saw scared me to the death. A large, tall man, looking like my father, was standing. I was paralyzed for a few seconds, and then I decided to open the glass door and ask him what he was doing at the time of night in the living room. I thought maybe he was just checking on us. No response. I asked him for a second time, "Dad, what are you doing? You're scaring us." He moved a little bit to the left, but still not answering. We ran to my parents' bedroom to wake my mom and tell her that Dad was acting really strange and opened the door loudly, and I froze immediately. My dad was sleeping in his bed, so mom and dad woke up real fast as they see us scared and full of tears. I told my dad what we saw in the living room, and he goes straight to it to see who's there. He came back in a few minutes later and said that no one was there. He also checked every room's doors and windows in the house. Everything was closed, so no one could have entered or exited the house. I'm 27 now, and I still remember that night. I think that the man we saw was the ghost of poor guy that took his own life. Sometimes I talk about that night with my cousin, and it's still a vivid memory for him too, since that night I truly believe in ghosts and paranormal stuff.